The alert from DHS Cybersecurity shields up. Every organization in the United States is at risk from cyber threats, citing the potential for the Russian government to consider escalating its destabilizing actions. The governor of New York today opening a new statewide Joint Cyber Operations Command Center.
The threat of cyber attacks is very real. Our state and our cities will be taking a leading role in fortifying our defenses in the battlefield against cyber warfare.
Homeland Security urging every organization, business, and government agency to act now. Watch for signs of Russian activity in their networks, shore up cyber defenses, test backup systems, and ensure manual overrides are working for critical infrastructure. Cyber veterans fear an escalating cyber conflict.
It is possible that we get to the point where you have attacks against core infrastructure, attacks against infrastructure that is life critical, or even attempts to massively disrupt the economies of each country by our offensive forces.
It's happened before. Suspected Russian attacks have spread worldwide, taking down power grids, banks, businesses, even hospitals. U.S. government computers, food suppliers, and oil pipelines have been targeted. The challenge, a U.S. response risks escalating the cyber war.
Medium and small businesses are going to be targeted as well. And those kinds of infrastructures are not prepared to what the Russians, have in mind.
Security experts also warn Russia could launch and misinformation campaigns, including deepfake videos.
The COVID-19 pandemic has shaken our economies and societies to the core and shown us how vulnerable we are to biological threats. In the digital world, similar risks are being overlooked right now. A cyber attack with COVID-like characteristics would spread faster and further than any biological virus. Its reproductive rate would be around 10 times greater than what we've experienced with the coronavirus. To give you an idea, one of the fastest worms in history, the 2003 Slammer sapphire worm, doubled in size approximately every 8.5 seconds, infecting over 75,000 devices in 10 minutes and almost 11 million devices in 24 hours. Fortunately, at least until now, cyber attacks have not impacted our health the way pandemics have, but the economic damages, and therefore the impact they have had on our daily lives, have been equal and sometimes even greater. You see, the only way to stop the exponential propagation of a COVID-like cyber threat is to fully disconnect the millions of vulnerable devices from one another and from the internet. All of this in a matter of days. A single day without the internet would cost our economies more than $50 billion US, and that's before considering the economic and societal damages should these devices be linked to essential services such as transport or healthcare. As the digital realm increasingly merges with our physical world, the ripple effects of cyber attacks on our safety just keep on expanding at a faster pace than what we're preparing for. COVID-19 was known as an anticipated risk. So is the digital equivalent. Let's be better prepared for that one. The time is now.
Say call Loyam La, Yahweh Bashim Yal Shah. Let's see what the bonus of those of GMS, Anonymous to Akim, and peace and blessings to you, brothers and sisters that listen. Hopefully, let's call Loyam La, Yahweh Bashim Yal Shah. And, well, like we did videos on this before prior, where we brought out videos on the World Economic Forum. And I'm going to just say WF from here on out. Mr. Klaus, where he talked about a comprehensive cyber attack, man, which will make C-19 look like a small disturbance. We did videos on that on other pages. And now it's here now, man. Now the mainstream media is saying it, man. Okay, because it was also today they talked about Ukraine, all right, how they banks and they businesses got hit with cyber attacks, man. Which, cyber attacks, as we know, cripple computer systems, man. Businesses could lose money, could disrupt the food supply chains. A lot of people's data gets stolen, right? Could lead to power outages, man. You see? So, man, that's why, man, we got to brace for impact, man. It's about to get real because now they're pulling back on a lot of the restrictions in all these states. Chicago, Philadelphia, Boston, and even NYC said they're going to pull back on the mandates. You will no longer need Vanessa to enter restaurants or bars. They pull it back. Pretty much they're saying they defeated Omni. right? But something worse, something more catastrophic is on the way. And these people can't see it, man. Call him La Yahweh Shemel Shah that we could see it, right? As it says in 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter. Let me just briefly read that. I'm not going to do nothing long. Just have to quickly report on this, man. And our life is about to change. It's about to get real crazy. Let me get 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter says, but at times and season, brethren, ye have no need I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, like right now, they're pulling back on a lot of things. But the scripture says, well, then sudden destruction cometh upon them. Worse things are coming, man. Far worse things are coming. All right. As travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape those birth pains. I want to do a video on that too, to the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shah. Okay. So this is the next phase. They were never going to let you people get your life back, man. It's about to get worse, man. Because it's really going to be food shortages, man. Okay. This is control demolition. And after they destroy the economy, because that's exactly what this is going to do. These cyber attacks, man. There's probably going to be more regulation of the internet if the internet go down, because now they're blaming Russia, right? Which is funny because we brought out videos on the WF and Mr. Klaus talking about this thing, right? We did videos in it. So, you know, they always have a scapegoat, man. But they were telling you long before what they were going to do. The elite always show you what they're about to do, man. Just that the majority of these people, they too stupid to pick up on it. Just like with the whole C-19 thing, we showed videos and clips and movies and video all throughout our different channels on them planning this thing way back then, man. Right? And you show people these things, they still don't pick up on it because why? They're the children of the dark. They're not of the light, man. Okay, they down with this world. They down with Babylon. Okay, like Yahweh Shai said, men love darkness rather than light. The whole world is covered in gross darkness. Right? That's why the scripture says folly is set in great dignity, foolishness, entertainment. That's what's holding people's minds, man. And to hell with these people, man. Because these are the same people that's going to be begging the government and they going to get hit with the MOTB. Okay, this is what this is leading to. This is the path to that, man. Let me get Revelation 6 chapter. I'm not going to do nothing long. You know, calling Yahweh Shemel Shah for this understanding. Okay, it says Revelation chapter 6, and this whole chapter is good. But I want to get to a specific part, though. Not the pale horse. Let's see. Okay, let's start with verse 5. And when he had opened the third seal, and I heard the third beast say, come and see, and I beheld, and lo, a black horse. And he that sat upon it had a pair of balances in his hand. Okay, martial law. Famine, man. Famine, man. That's coming, man. Okay, we had a slight preview of that because they were some food shortages here and there when the pandemic first started out. You know, those longer lines for certain things, but you can still eat. You can still order out food, right? Still cook. You see society somewhat is getting back to how it was before, especially since they're pulling back on restrictions. This is going to be far worse. That's to just drug you back to sleep, man. It says, and I heard in the midst of the four beasts say, measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see that's food, man. Right? And when you look that word for penny, that means pretty much an entire day's wages for basic or essential things. Okay, that's how bad the economy is going to get. For a penny, and see thou hurt not the oil and the wine. So to get those basic or essential things, also tell you that in Circa 37 chapter, you know, the essential things for man. To get basic goods is going to take an entire day's wages, man. Okay? Because it's going to be, like we said, martial law, famine, food shortages. And what's going to be the precursor to all of that, leading to that, are these cyber attacks, man. Okay? This is phase 2, man. And the ultimate agenda is to hit you with the MOTB. That's the ultimate gold, man. Oh man. That's why the scripture says, let me get 2nd Ezra 15:49. All right, they want everybody to be tied to that grid, man. That's why they got the 5 towers up. 65% of the population already got Vanessa. It's almost 66%. So they pretty much accomplished their goal with that. You know, your people, your immune system is pretty much already done, man. Okay? You trust in the beast. And the ones that you do survive, okay, they're going to hit you with what? That MOTB, man. This is what these other Israelite camps are supposed to be talking about, bringing out prophesying. She says, speaking the words of my people, prophecy, man. You know, dudes is rap videos and party and, you know, Jake always in that spirit, man. This ain't the time for that, man. The time is short, man. Okay? Okay? Yahweh Shai said if you could discern the face of the sky, you're supposed to be able to discern the signs of the times. And these devils have been telegraphing what they're about to do for the longest, man. They've been telling you what they were going to do, man. That's how bold they are. Okay, they even have a whole channel, WEF, man, talking about these things. But people are not circumspect, man. They're not, man. And above all, they're not seeking the Lord. And that's going to be your downfall, you Jakes, okay? We're talking about crypto and business and all kind of bullshit. You're supposed to be seeking the Lord, man. Because he's the only one that can save you from what's about to come. Read 2nd Ezra 15:49. It says, I will send plagues upon thee. Okay? And when you read, yes, he's doing this to the 2/3. And the main point of the NWO is to get at the 2/3. Okay? This is the Most High. But ultimately the world. Because the Most High is cleansing this earth, man. And he's using the elite, the left hand, his sword, to carry out part of those plans. I'll read that in a second. But let me read this though. It's the 2nd Ezra 15:49. And I will send plagues upon thee. Widowhood. Okay. A lot of you women, your men gonna die. And y'all gonna die. Alright? Poverty, man. Everybody's life about to change because if a cyber attack go off, it may turn off the ATMs. See? You won't get access to your funds in your bank. Your whole entire bank account may just get wiped out. Then what, man? Because most of you people, you trust in your money. You trust in the dollar. That's an idol in this world. A lot of you took Vanessa because of that. Okay? Famine. I want to do a video on that too. So there's going to be food shortages, man. And the love of many are going to wax cold out here, man. All right? Sword, which we know is going, what violence is already on the uptick, as we can see throughout these different inner cities, because you niggas are just a bunch of brute beasts. But in all 50 states, man, because when the famine and this poverty, people naturally are going to resort to violence and pestilences. We heard Bill Gates, that idiot, the other day talk about it's going to be another outbreak, and it might be you people who took Vanessa. All right, that's what we thinking y'all gonna be it, man. Okay, we don't know what y'all gonna turn into, man. And good riddance to y'all, man. All right, and to waste thy houses with destruction and death. That's coming, man. All right, and we've been saying this for the longest, but now all these things are coming into play. All right, and it's no longer gonna be speaking. You're gonna be in the midst of it. All right. Yeah, see, so the wicked elite, they think in the back of their mind that they the only ones that can bring order to this world, man. And you guys are sadly mistaken. Because y'all just doing the bidding of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. Most High is using you, man. Just like he used Nebuchadnezzar to come down on our people, man. You know? And when he got proud or puffed up, Nebuchadnezzar, what did the Most High do to him? He made him on a level of a beast. And that's exactly what he's doing to you Edomites, man. The foul seas, the gates, the clouds, Swab, the Rothschild, the DuPont, all you just doing his will, man. Okay, let me read that. Proverbs 21:1. You know, I can't say too much because we already know the game, YouTube. You know, we can't say too much at all. But You know, you brother, sister, read between the lines. It says, Proverbs 21:1, it says, the king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, meaning his mind is in his hand. All right? He's controlling you. Just like you read Daniel, the 10th chapter, Yahweh Shah was talking about the prince of Persia, where he was using him, the king of Persia, put thoughts in his mind. That's why he can come to Daniel right away. All right? And then he used Michael to continue on. And he says, he turneth it whatsoever he will. So the Most High is controlling this man. Did not the scripture say the Syrian is the rod of his anger? He's using him to exact judgment, man. All right, to bring holy hell. He's the red horse that's taking away peace from the earth. The Lord is moving him. Okay. All right. So, but for us, oh man, let me get Second Ezra's. Let me get Isaiah 42. All right. So, call him la Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. We're just gonna keep our eyes on the news. You know, as prophets and men of the Lord, we're watchmen anyway. So it's our job to report what's going on. Okay? Current affairs, and link everything with prophecy. Isaiah 42 verse 12. Let them give glory unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua and declare his praise in the islands. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. He shall cry, yea, roar. He shall prevail against his enemies. This is the Most High said, I have long time holden my peace. I have been still and refrained myself. Now I will cry like a travailing woman. I will destroy and devour at once. The Most High for a long time have held his peace. And the scripture says the wicked even thought that he's like them, that he's on their side. Nah, man. Prophecy got to be fulfilled. Scripture says he's bounded by his word. His word is above his name. Okay? The Most High, Yahweh Shah, going to come down and jack shit up, but he can't. You got to wait on the Father, man. Prophecy's got to be put into place. But now everything is speeding up. Time is speeding up. Look, we going into March already, man. February's already done. Say winter's pretty much already done. You know, going into the Passover now, man. And as that more hell come on the planet Earth, the Most High is going to speed the time up even faster for his elect. Okay? But now the scripture say he's going to destroy and devour at once. Again, everybody going to know that there's a higher power controlling everything, even the elite, because things going to spiral out of control for them. Okay? Let me get 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter. And let's go back. Let me see, 2nd Ezra 9. And I'm going to close it out with one more precept after this. Let's read. It says 2nd Ezra 9, verse 1. He answered me and then said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou see part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then thou shalt understand it is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And people got a taste of that with this whole seed thing, man. That was a taste, but you people went right back to your folly, man. Right back to their pride, man. Okay, when it first broke out, people were, somewhat humble, looking up information, and that was all to your demise anyway. To your detriment, because a lot of you saw this thing wasn't good for you, right? And all the theories out there, but as soon as this devil attacked your job and your livelihood, you submitted. So how much more when your life is on the line, you're going to take that MOTB, man. All right. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. So there's going to be uproars around the world, right? This is not going to be just America. America, yes, is the main place. It's going to be happening everywhere, man. Food supply chain is going to be collapsing worldwide. There's going to be uproars, civil wars, race wars, all right? Class wars. It's going to be crazy, man, all right? Then they shall understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Most High declared the end from the beginning. Okay, this is his movie. Theater, right? That's what God means in Greek. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. The end have been made manifest, man. Okay? Because Yahweh Shai told us what to look out for in the last days, man. Okay, he told us about famines and pestilences and wars and rumors of wars. Ukraine, Russia. All right. So much to talk about, man. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and enders and effects and signs. And we're going to see all kind of, because this is the end. So the Most High is going to do greater works in this time, man. It's going to be greater. There's going to be more death and destruction, but the deliverance is going to be greater than it was in times past, man. So we got to look out for that too, the miracles and the spiritual power, because we're going to need it. Okay. And divine intervention as well. The angels, the Alahayim. It says, and everyone that shall be saved shall be able to escape by his works and by his faith. Man, man. All right. So how we going to escape these things, these perils that's coming on the earth? By your faith and your works, man. Okay. Yes, works include keeping the commandments, but the main thing is feeding the sheep and feeding the lambs, man. Raising up the elect. Okay. Edifying the sheep. And of course, your faith is your ultimate belief in Yahweh Shemel Shah, that he will save and deliver you, man. And calling on that name. Okay. Whereby you have believed. See? So you have to have the faith and the works, man. That's how we going to escape. Everybody else, you just asked out. You Jakes, man, that trust in America, that trust in Babylon, that trust in Eve, you're going to be asked out, man. All right? Yeah, a lot of you going to starve to death, man. All right, but let me read this last precept to the poverty. How about Shemel Shah? Okay. Brace for impact, man. Psalms 50, verse 14. It says, offer unto the Most High thanksgiving and pay thy vows unto the Most High. And what's your vow? What's the oath that you made? That you would finish the work. That was an unspoken vow when you came into this and you put on the garment, man. That you would finish, man. Right? It's not how you start, it's how you finish, man. Okay? And we're about to cross that finish line out of 1 Ratazah. Right? Because once he declared the MOTB as the new currency, that's game over. That's it. That's it, man. That's the last test before the missiles are shot. All right. And call upon me in the day of trouble. What trouble? Jacob's trouble. And I will deliver thee, and thou shalt glorify me, man. Oh, call him La Yahweh Shemel Shah. Not God and Christ. His name is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahweh Shah. And that is the name that's going to be glorified. All right. That's the name that's going to be extolled and praised. People are going to know it's by their power we were delivered, man. So with that being said, I'm going to say, Kol Olam La Yahweh Shemel Shah. Shalom.